Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to PlayFrame and 16 and The Hideaway. Still, I got a couple side quests I should probably look into before we go check in with Otto. So let me go have a look around for a bit and I'll cut out the boring ones. So, Quentin, we meet again.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
None taken.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
I could use a more specific lead, Quentin.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
So, anything interesting going on?
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Not helpful. Has anyone else seen anything? Have you seen anything of use?
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
All right.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Come on, Torgal. All right, what do we got here?
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us.
Hey!
Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
Well, that won't do.
What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
I have such horrible news for you on that front. Like the worst possible news. You might want to brace yourselves for the news. And the beating I'm dishing out as well. There's a lot you should probably brace yourself for. You might want to sit down. There's no easy way to say this. But I'm definitely not going to be the one not leaving here today. Huh, you know, I take it back. That was kind of easy. I'm better at delivering news than I realized. I guess it's all the practice I get back at base. I'm pretty invaluable there. You guys should see how much news I deliver every single day. Anyway, I really should be going back. I've got a lot of news to deliver, guys. There we go.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Yeah, I should probably give someone the heads up. I am a message deliveryman after all. So, good news, bad news.
How goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Well, good luck. You want help? I mean, I kind of left Mid hanging back at base. I should really go say hi, but it sounds like you
I'm not going to change his mind.
Need help? No? Okay. Well, good luck then. I'm gonna go see Mid. Or rather, Otto first. Well, actually, first you, because I've been doing some stuff.
How may I help you today, Clive?
What do we got? Ooh, a couple. Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take it upon themselves to do so. You're an inspiration to us all. Well, thank you. Nameless patron.
Here you are.
And also, few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystal's curse, but if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you've shown us. A friend in Northreach. Much appreciated.
You earned this. All done?
All right. I'm all side quested out, Otto. Let's get back to it.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
She better not be bailing on us. And taking almost all of the Hideaway's charisma with her? I shan't allow it. As new Cid, I forbid it.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Hey!
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Boatman, you're fired. My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Basically.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Cid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Cid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too.
Good.
She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Yeah, like real things or quote-unquote things. I'm learning quickly about the sort of euphemisms people use to get rid of me. Let's visit Sid's legacy, shall we? Sid's legacy in Central Storm.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Good bunch.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
When he's not busy being a glorified singing telegram, that is. What can I say? We have a gift. All right. Next stop, Letney's Cleft, a narrow pass through otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Eastern Dalmatia. Onward indeed.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Good dog.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So how quickly will said outlaws be coming to bother us? Because otherwise I'm going to mount up. You three scarcely count as outlaws. You know what? I've been doing a lot of side quests. I think you're going to wait. I got places to be. Okay.
They have a hideaway of their own. Too slow.
I have found the bandits. There we go. Bandits handled.
We've done the Republic a service.
Now, kick. Take that wood. Ambrosia, my feet are tired.
Come on. Yeah!
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
Well, this is quite a nice look.
On the other side.
Cool place. No thanks, Fallen. Y'all can wait. I have an appointment with this quest marker. And this scenery. The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Meanwhile, at the seat of the Imperial Court, in the audience chamber of the Imperial Palace.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambreg.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, Your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Both of those scenes are really showing off what this game is, like, better at than most any other, well, maybe any other Final Fantasy to date. Yeah, just about anyone. Like, the dialogue is really strong. The performance of, like, the vocal performances are really strong as well. And for any one of these Golden Path scenes, the at least faces are being captured by the same performers reading the dialogue. So it, like, that's why the quality of the lip sync and face, or at least like lower face performance, is so much more on point in those scenes than in any of these side quests where there's a more auto-generated thing going on. But like the performance of this dialogue on the physical, like, actors as well, and the back and forth, like, it feels so much more natural than just about any other Final Fantasy in the way the characters perform and talk to each other and just interact. They feel like real people having a conversation, real actors having a conversation, which most Final Fantasies, even more recent ones, don't usually manage. Part of that, like, there's a good reason why it's difficult, like, especially when you're having to localize this stuff into a different language. It's very easy for a lot of that natural feeling to kind of start, like, fraying a little bit, whether it's the way you're having to change what the lines are, or the vocal performers having to fit dialogue within the same exact amount of time, more or less, as what the original language version had. Vocal performers who are not doing the physical performance, so that's basically two performers both kind of having to, in combination, create a character performance, and then just having, like, dialogue that works naturally and feels like it flows naturally at all. There's so many ways that these sorts of scenes can kind of feel uncanny or fall apart a little bit or just feel a little bit off or weird. And in most Final Fantasies, they do. Even the better ones. They're like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think, is quite successful on most fronts in this way too. But like, there's definitely kind of weird, uncanny moments where characters like will perform or act in a certain way or say a line that's just like, that's a weird thing that that most normal humans wouldn't say or do. You're being sort of a weird cartoon of a person, but sure. Like, this game is like in the moment-to-moment actors and characters performing with each other and saying lines and like making you sincerely believe in the characters on screen in front of you. They are doing better than any other Final Fantasy has done on that front. Like, and that stuff is really hard to do. Getting that subtle, meaningful face and physical animation going in cinematics like these. It's like other games have been hitting this level of quality in the AAA space for a while, sure, but like for Final Fantasy, this is on that front a high mark. Which is great to see. Might need to get Ambrosia back out here. This is a bit of a hike, it looks like. Hello.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Yeah, I really love just how good this game has been at creating a sense of place everywhere you go. Like, I believe in this world as a cohesive space so much more than I do most Final Fantasies.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Like, 7 Remake does a pretty good job at making Midgar as a place feel like quite believable and fleshed out. Like the remake especially, just because it's got so much time to do it. And it has a whole lot of time to really like fill out the corners and all the additional little spaces. It'll be real interesting seeing how 7 Remake manages the larger world of 7, which is much more kind of all over the place. But like, you take the world of 15. 15 is a bizarre world that is very difficult to believe in as a cohesive world at all. 13 is beautiful, but also like, well, it's much more fantastical, I suppose. Sci-fi fantastical. I don't know. This world feels just really thoroughly thought out and coherent in the way it's presented, and I really love that.
That'll do, girl.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Place seems nice.
Carry your goods.
Ooh. Nice. Well, this seems like this might take a little exploring around here. I want to see what's up. So let's go ahead and plan on doing that next week. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on Monday for more Final Fantasy XVI. Take care till then. Goodbye.